Hey, what's up, everyone? Roger here from The Real Breakdown. Guys, I just got out of watching Monkey Man, the new movie by Dev Patel with Dev Patel. Guys, I'm coming out of the theater, man, and I'm buzzing, man. This was a really good movie. Walking into this, from the trailers, we were all thinking, man, is this like a John Wick? Is this like an Equalizer? Is this like a Nobody, right? Like that kind of storyline, right? One man wants revenge, so he goes on this journey, right? And I gotta say that walking into it, I was thinking I was getting that. And this kind of gave me some of that. It gives you that John Wick kind of vibe, but it gives you much more than that. What I was thinking in the theater watching this was, man, this movie has so much like mythology and kind of a rich storyline built into it. And I say mythology on purpose because there's some sort of like mythical storyline. It could be religious. I'm not sure. I don't want to make any claims, but there's some sort of mythological storyline tied into the story of Dev Patel's character, obviously known as Monkey Man, Hanuman, right? I just don't know much about, that kind of religion, story, whatever it might be. So yeah, I'll just call it a mythology, right? And they did a fantastic job of weaving that into this. So what can I say overall about this film is it's a fun time at the theaters. It gives you what you want from a kind of a John Wick perspective, but the story is deeper than that, and the story, is much more, has more layers, and it has much more depth than just like, John Wick wants revenge. And John Wick is great for what it is. I mean, I really enjoyed that first movie. Some of the other movies have kind of, again, like just been not so deep in the story and just all about the action. This gives you depth. It gives you story. It gives you action. Dev Patel is fantastic in this. I mean, the fact that this was his directorial debut, he also wrote it, he stars in it. I gotta say, for a first kind of effort, first kind of outing, I think he did a fantastic job. Now, is this the best movie I've ever seen? No. Is this better than The Equalizer, which I love? No, but at the same time, it's not trying to be that. I think that this movie really gives us a great insight into a new kind of storytelling where, like, yeah, we can do the John Wick thing where, like, we're just looking for action and gun fu. Yeah, we can do the Equalizer thing where it's like we just want to see a man who can be calm and peaceful out of nowhere, like, you know, go crazy and like get revenge. Like Equalizer's more of like a payoff movie, and Nobody kind of does like a good balance of the two. It's a little more Equalizer, but this one gives you like a depth and mythology and storyline that really gets you hooked. So for me personally, it made the action scenes that much more like kind of not intense, but I was just so much more enthralled by it. Like, I found myself sitting on the edge of the seat often during the action scenes, and not necessarily because they're doing something amazing with the choreography or the action. It's great, but I gotta say, for me, like, the best parts were just being invested in the story and what this character is doing, and seeing his kind of growth and like kind of becoming the Monkey Man and everything. And yeah, also I have to say it has a pretty satisfying ending, which sometimes I feel like some of these movies don't necessarily nail. But overall, I gotta say it's a solid film. I had a really good time. It was very fun, and I do highly recommend to go watch it in the theater. So one last thing I'll say too is that, they did this thing in there where, like, speaking of the choreography and the fighting scenes, I think they did a great job. It was interesting because there were some times where like the action was very well choreographed and you could see what was going on, but sometimes it was like it felt a bit choreographed, while other times it was very kind of shaky cam, like jump cutty, and I couldn't see so much. So that would be my kind of only gripe with it, is that there were some moments where I'm like, all right, this seems a little too choreographed. I would like a little bit more, like, I don't know, something so that it doesn't make me think like, oh yeah, this looks like a practice stunt. But then other times it was like way too shaky cam, and I'm like, I can't even see where he's landing the punches, and like, where's the knife going, like, and so those were just a few things. But other than that, the action is very like badass, and I really do like it. The choreography is great. It's very realistic too. I mean, I say very realistic because, like I said, there's a mythological story, but what I'm saying is like, yeah, he gets beat up, he gets injured. It's kind of got that like, I'm just a human being kind of thing from Nobody. But like, overall, like, this movie was very well made and very well done. And guys, I definitely think that just like The Equalizer, just like John Wick, just like Nobody, like, This is a movie you should come out to the theaters and check out just to have a good time. And this one gives you a pretty interesting and compelling story. So for me, even more reason to come and check it out. All right, guys, with that said, those are my quick out of the theater thoughts on Monkey Man. Hope you guys check it out, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for what's next to come on The Real Breakdown.